I'm Claire-Louise Hyde from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Friday, the 11th of February. Who's in with me today? So I'm going to be doing some channeling for the collective, pulling some cards out, and I'm also going to be giving mini reads as well. So if you're interested in one of those, check out the pinned comment. The comment that's pinned up top of the live chat tells you it's by donation. There's a PayPal link in that comment to donate. That's my preferred method, but you can use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if you want. Now, if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment just so that I can find it after you've done your donation, so I can find it easily amongst the comments. Hi Jessica, hi Maria. How is everyone today? Are you good? I'm very good. I'm very, very good. Let's get some cards out. Hi Nikki. So, yeah, let's get some cards out and see what's in the energies today, see what the guides want to teach us about today. Nikki's in the house. She's not sleeping. Change is coming. I feel it. Nice. I'm happy today. I'm very happy. Good things happening for me. Let's get some more cards out. Yep. Back. Seeker. Bringer of change. Seeker. Looking for it. Seeking it out. I'm getting kind of a spiritual quest kind of a vibe from this card. Like go looking for it and you'll find it. Seeking it out. The nails are so sparkly. It looks great in the bathroom. They have these geometric patterns on them. I love them. Hey Connie. I might keep these ones going, in fact. Not take it off and just get them to repair it each time. I'll see. So bringer of change and then seeker. Seeking that change out. Maybe, yeah, pursuing kind of an energy there. I've got a problem with my wrist. I had a massage yesterday. Try and sort it. And I've got a problem in here, right in here. Anyway, it's a little bit worse since yesterday. Since she attacked it yesterday. We'll get better. I might need another session before it does though. What's this? I spent a lot of money last night. There's a Valentine's Day sale at Sephora. And I started using skincare from Tatcha. It's really expensive. So there's a 15% off, so I decided to get the big bonus set, kind of starter set kind of, well, it's not really a starter set, but it's got a lot of products in there, and I already figured it out that it's already a bargain. It's like, I don't know, probably already a 40% saving on just on that bundle, and I got an extra 15% off it. Just remember what happened 1 year ago today. What was it? Hi, Kelly. So that was fun. And sending me some free Valentine's slippers, and there was a lot of freebies in there as well. So I'm excited for that parcel to come. That'll be fun. But it was a lot of money. And I got some makeup brushes as well. I wanted to update some of the brushes that I don't like so much that I've already bought that I'm using. My makeup is patchy today, and it's because of a new eyeshadow primer that I'm using from Smashbox. I don't like it. My, what was I using before? I was using the Urban Decay one before. That's good, but I hate the applicator. It's really hard to hold on to. It's got like this, I'm throwing it away so I can't show you, but it's not easy to get hold of. It's not easy to open. And it's, because it's round, it kind of spins. You know, if you've got like a roundish kind of a thing that you're holding and there's a spatula on the end of it, you can't control it. You need a square or something to hold on to, not something round to control something like that. So, hey Eva, Good that you made it. What happened 1 year ago today, Nikki? We'll get the stars out first. Wishes. I pulled some of these cards before for me, and they were excellent. Yeah, I've got really good things happening at the moment. Thanks, Kelly. So if anyone wants a mini read, yeah, just check out that pinned comment up top. There's a PayPal link in there for your donations. Get them in. I'll batch them all up. We'll get these cards out first. For the collective. Book. Maybe doing things by the book there. We'll see. A scythe. Something to cut out. Feeling very purple today, you might have noticed. Purple eyes, purple t-shirt. What's the stars? She gave someone special. Ah. Stork, my friend had a baby. She had a little boy. I'm excited for them to come back to this island. Show me your baby. Good news. Birth of a baby, wishes, birth of something new, start of something new that you've wished for. Shit, it's coming in. It's coming in. I picked out the heart card before for me personally, and it came out with a ring and a bouquet. Book. What's the book? Mice. Doing things by the book. This, again, it keeps on coming out every day, right? Someone stealing something. Someone trying to get away with something. Someone being a bit dodge. Doing things by the book. I don't know, you might need to get the law involved. That law card did come out in the energy update today. Some of you might need to do things through, deal with people through official channels if they're trying to steal off you or something like that. Mountain. It's not going to be resolved quickly. Side. What do we need to cut out? We need to cut the ring out. Do we? Let's get divorced, do we? Those of you that are still married. I don't think anyone is here anymore. And dog, loyal heart there. I will read the dog out, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be loyal heart. The bouquet's on the bottom. So I know all of these now, apart from the dog. Dog. I opened it at the right page too. The only way to have a friend is to be one, says Ralph Waldo Emerson. This joyful card shows the bond of unconditional love between a dog and its person. The dog signifies true loyalty and faithful friendship. The card may represent a friend, companion, lover, partner, soulmate, or family member who has proven a devotion to you. This person is someone you rely on for support. Though, in the canine world, each creature has its place in the hierarchy. From this card, it's clear that both the boy and the dog derive mutual benefit from the special bond. They trust each other and rely on one another through good times and bad. This card may also refer to positive working relationships. When this card is near, consider not only what you'll get from a personal situation, but also what you'll give. Nice. So it's kind of a reciprocal, kind of an unconditional love, loyal heart kind of a card. There's quite a lot of love cards in the Lenormand, right, with differing meanings, which is good, isn't it? It's a shame that the English language only has one word for it. There's languages that have got many words for love, right? The different kinds. It's like when someone tells you that they love you, and it's like, what kind of love is that you're talking about? I love you too, but I love you like a friend, or do you love me like more than that? Or, there's all these different nuances. That nuance is the unconditional, loyal heart, friendship. Could be more than friendships as well, but it's that someone you can trust, someone you can depend on, someone that's reciprocal as well. Side is cutting out. I'll read that. Oh. I think I might. I've got like 2 more days of antibiotics to take. I've been on them for 8 days now. I might stop it tomorrow. I might take the last one tomorrow. I might just do 2 more. Because I've got to the point now, where you start smelling of it, antibiotics, your pee smells of it, but you start smelling of it. And I know because I saw my friend yesterday, And she said, how are you now? And I said, oh, I'm all right, apart from the antibiotics, it's bringing me down. She said, I'm on them too. And as soon as she said that, I could smell it on her. I could smell she's on antibiotics too. And I'm like, oh God, we both smell the same way at the moment. Antibioticed. Scythe. But it stops me, it stops my, and it's probably something to do with metabolism and digestion and all of that. It stops me from unleashing my true energy. I'm not as vital as usual. I can feel it. I can feel what it's doing to me. And I'm okay, but I'm not ideal right now. Scythe. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from the negative, says Anonymous. In general, the Scythe card indicates sudden, abrupt, complete cutting away or clearing out of something significant from your life. It could mean a separation from someone, something, or something you value. Interpretation of the Scythe card very much depends on the direction the blade's pointing. Oh, it's pointing toward the book. If the Scythe card is to the right, so the blade points to the left of something deeply valued, like the loyalty of the dog or the look of the clover, and be prepared for sudden painful loss. No. On the other hand, if it follows negative cards such as coven or clouds, it could mean a rapid end to sickness, grief, confusion, or threat that's been hanging over your head. It could also mean severing of ties with someone that's been hurting you. There you go. I think it's that. Cutting away, separation. So we're not talking about the Scythe and the ring here. We're talking about the Scythe and the book is about the doing things by the book. It's about getting official now about something. Yeah, it might be time to get a lawyer to draw, or a solicitor to draw up cease and desist letter. It might be time to go to the police and get an AVR, whatever you call it in your country, an anti-violence order, or a stay the hell away from me order. Not that they mean much at all, because do the police enforce them when you've got one of those and that person shows up on your doorstep? No, they don't. You tell them, someone's on my doorstep. So? I've got an AVO against them. Oh, well, call us again if something happens. It's like, seriously? Nah. Anyway, that's my experience. Don't know about your country. That was Australia. So we've got wishes. Birth of something new. It's coming in now. I'm pretty sure the ship means that. It's coming in. There's movement there. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than those you did. So throw off the bowline, sail away from safe harbour, catch the wind in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Mark Twain. The ship brings an exciting adventure or a profound journey, outward or inner. You may have been stuck in a situation, caught up in the doldrums, but now's the time to break away and broaden your horizons. This is a card of transitions, of charting new directions, especially if you've been dreaming of exploring new ventures, professionally or creatively. The ship card can mean freedom to make your own choices and navigate your own course. There may be a few storm clouds along the way, but once you break out of your comfort zone, you find a whole new world waiting for you. A whole new world. Wow. Wishes, it's coming in, storm, birth of something new, a whole new world, new adventure. Having to do something by the book with these dodgy people, and that's not going to be resolved very quickly. But cut it away, because you've got this coming. Loyal heart and a ring. I know what the ring means. It means commitment. Yeah, they'll show up if you have a restraining order, but then it's too late, isn't it? I know. I don't know whether they're really worth the paper they're written on, really. I don't know, because it's almost, it's expecting the unreasonable person to be a reasonable person, isn't it? I talked about it a little bit in the energy update today. I was nice to my ex, you see. I did, being love and all of that thing after we broke up, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd have fought. The right thing to do would have been to fight. But I was expecting him to be a reasonable person like I was, and he's not. Of course he's not. And same with restraining orders. If somebody needs a restraining order against them, it already means that they're the kind of person that isn't going to honor something like that. Maybe a tiny percentage will, but really, no. You know, it's like an angry dog who will bite everyone because it's really scared. It's like giving them a restraining order saying you're not allowed to bite people. Is that going to make a difference? No. Let's read it this way. Wishes. Doing things by the book or learning from it. Cut things out. And so your wishes, our wishes here, the deepest wishes, the biggest wishes that we've got, require us to be empowered. We've had to learn about empowerment. It's so important. So if you've been wondering why it's been so long and why you've had to wait so long, it's because of this. You had to learn empowerment first. The universe cannot give us things until we look after them. Until we can be trusted to look after them, it will not give us stuff. It's like you can have a business for 22 years and it doesn't really take off until you've learned empowerment, because it cannot give you the success that you want until you're ready to deal with the crap that comes with it, because crap does come with it. And once you're strong and ready to deal with the crap that comes with it, then it can trust you with that success. And it's like that with everything. So there's a birth of something new, but someone's trying to steal it. Your ring. Someone's trying to steal your ring. Don't let them. This could be about being committed to that, being committed to your new start and standing up for yourself and protecting yourself and not letting people steal your energy or steal what it is that you want anymore. Keeping things for yourself, kind of thing. Yeah, honoring yourself. It's a bit sticky today. A new journey, a big journey, one that's going to last a very long time with a loyal heart. So that's what we're talking about today. Let's get some tarot out. No, let's do some mini reads first. I love these little Dreaming Way Lenormand deck. It's a very nice one. I'm happy to have found that one. Oh, spider. There's a spider on this bag then. What does that mean? It means money's coming in. Anyone else want a mini read while I'm doing this batch? Kelly. We'll start off with Kelly. Started seeing someone who blows hot and cold. Wondering if he's interested. What's with this hot and cold one? Hot and cold dude? Interested? No. Playing, bored. You know, sometimes people can do that because they're bored and they want some attention. It feels like that to me. Yeah. Is it, yeah, willing to initiate things but not take it any further? So it's just, yeah, it's get your attention. That's enough. Don't need to take it any further than that. Hello, Yellow. Well, that's not good. Anyway, keep your heart open. Be still. Keep quiet. Let it fizzle out. Let them blow themselves out, kind of thing. Just watch them while they repeat performance, and keep your heart open to something new. Wait for something better to come along. Kelly. So yeah, I'm not going to take it further. It's not someone that's willing to invest beyond a certain point. That, and I think we've all been there when we're not really wanting a relationship, but we kind of want attention from people. And so we'll be willing to flirt or maybe even go on a date, but not really interested in a relationship. Who's next? Jessica. Thanks for your donation, Jessica. Jessica. Yellow, you need to donate first, honey. Check out the pinned comment at the top. Tells you how to get the mini reads there. Jessica, high self-guidance for you. Thanks, Maria. Oh. Jessica, healing. Accept the unexpected. How interesting. So it feels like a curveball, this. It feels like not so much a curveball. Something random showing up out of the blue. Got mini explosions going on inside of me. Hiccups. something out of the blue, but it's something to heal. If you've been focused on a particular thing, say empowering yourself or whatever, this is off your radar completely. Something shows up, or something happens and it pokes a wound in you or something. It's like, whoa, got this to heal. It's a diversion. It's a healing diversion. That's what it is. Accept the unexpected. Expect something to trigger you, because there's like a side healing to do. This feels to me like you're focused on a particular area of your healing at the moment, but your higher self wants to add a little bit on. It's like, oh, I'm going to trigger you this way, sort this out. So it might feel like, oh, what fresh hell is this kind of stuff? Why is something else being thrown at me while I'm dealing with this? Haven't I got enough on my plate, healing this part of me? But your higher self knows that it's key. It's like there's a key part of your healing there. Let's find out what it's about. And you'll see afterwards how that was a key part of your healing. Like I said, so if you're focused on empowering at the moment, there might be something that comes up, but it'll have something to do with empowerment down the line kind of thing. It's about choices that you make. Choices that came naturally to you in the past. So choices maybe that people around you would make, just that everyone makes. You'll have thought at the time that everyone makes that. There's no other option. This is what we do. This is what human beings do. Just because you had similar energy people around you, could be a family kind of thing. They do that. I do that. We all do that. And then you meet other people. Maybe when you go traveling or something, you meet other people and you're like, oh, not everyone does that kind of thing. It's something like that. Something about the choices that you've made in your life, and not everyone makes those choices, and it might surprise you to find that out. And there might be something in the choices that you make that had a negative consequence for you in the long term. You might need to heal that and then realize, I should have chosen different. That's the process of this healing that's coming up. So expect a kind of a curveball healing kind of thing to come up. Jessica, Justin, hi Timothy. Thought that yourself, Kelly. There you go. Loud and clear that message for you. Maria, I'm not sure what to do about my flat move. Your son goes to university in September. I'd like to get things moving before that. Should you get moving before that? Let's see. Yeah, you can get going on it. I mean, there's preliminary work that can be done. This is encouragement and expansion. Being encouraged to go for even more. I think you've had this message before, right? And dreaming what kind of place you'd really, really love to go in. You can do that can't say that word. Preliminary work right now, but go for more of what you want. It might be that that's showing up. Yeah, it might be that that's showing up later, and then you've got growth and weight. So, just as I was thinking, it might be that that's showing up later, meaning it's not so much about you deciding that you want more, or deciding exactly what it is that you want and then going and find it. It's more like, no, I want more than this now. I want something that would be really right for me, and then something shows up later. Kind of like my dream for a long time now, like since I was on the Gold Coast, or maybe like 8 years or something like that. I wanted to build a house. I really enjoyed renovating. Well, it was actually hell when I was going through it, of course, but there was elements of it that I really enjoyed doing, renovating that house in the UK. And I was thinking about doing the same kind of thing on the Gold Coast. But then a part of me is like, no, well, I've had that experience. Why do it again? Sure, it would have been different. I was talking about renovating a house that's on the water, but it would have been about the same. I would have done the same thing. I would have made a house really, really luxy kind of thing. Anyway, my thought process then was, no, I want a new experience, I want to build. I'd really like to build. So I started looking into architects, first of all, in fact. It wasn't architects that I was looking into. It was just like dream homes and stuff like that. And I was online looking at that, and I actually found an architect through it, because there was this, I kept on seeing these houses that were like my dream houses. I was just firing up my imagination. And then I noticed, like, I'm going to the same site each time. So I looked at what that site was, And it was this architect. And so I actually put his number in my phone. It's probably still in there. My point being, there's lots of preliminary stuff that you can do, but stuff will show up along the way. Should you put it on the market? Good question. Thank you. Whoever that was. Eva. Should put it on the market? No. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, there's just stuff to deal with in yourself first. Not yet. It's going to get more exciting down the line. You can do the preliminary work, but it's more about that expansion and that growth. And wait for it. You're going to get some inspiration from the universe. Eva, you got a question? You asked before. No, that was yellow. Hello. Okay, we'll batch yours up. Let's get some tarot out. Book of Shadows. Oh, what's the message today? I like this part of it, this show. It's better than doing readings for myself, this part of the show. Because doing readings for myself is really difficult. But this always tells me, this bit always tells me what I need to know. Ooh, I love this one. The Mother of Air. She's flinging books around from up high. And this one, she's flinging ideas. It is how while he's sleeping. Yeah. Get me a house, get me a car, get me a book. Planting ideas. Let's do Eva before we move on. Eva, thanks for your donation. What does your higher self need you to know? Want you to know. Doesn't need you to know. For Eva. Ooh. Okay. Go deeper in warmth. This is about opening your heart up. And it's hard to open your heart up to the muggles, the shallow ones. It's hard to open your heart up to anyone that your heart opens up naturally when it's safe and loved. There's no need to pry your heart open to those that aren't safe. This is what it's saying, but it's not so much about unsafety and safety, it's more about depth. And so this to me feels like, it doesn't have to be about romantic relationships, but it could be. It's just about anybody you're trying to be around and trying to connect with. It feels to me like you're trying to connect with the wrong kind of people, that hasn't got the depth there, whatever depth means to you. I mean, some people, we're all different kind of thing, you know. You could be the kind of person that wants depth in like emotional connection, to be able to talk to someone emotionally intelligently about emotions and stuff. That could be depth to you. Someone else, it could be intellectual kind of depth kind of thing. But whatever depth means to you, if you find people that are like that, you'll naturally open your heart. So it seems to be a warning, this, to not try and force your heart open when it doesn't feel like opening. Your heart naturally opens when it's around the right energy. Surrender and reach out. So it feels to me like you're barking up the wrong tree at the moment, maybe with a friendship group or certain friends or certain people, or people that you're working with, or romantic relationships. And you need to reach for the ones that are right for you, which will feel like a reach. It will feel like a stretch. It will feel out of your comfort zone, but your heart will be in its comfort zone. Your heart will. You know, when I was healing, in my intense healing phase, once I moved to Australia, so the first 10 years, maybe longer, first 15 years there, intense healing phase, I was of course, reading all these spiritual books, hanging out with spiritual people and all of that, and would hear this open your heart message. Open your heart, just open your heart. That was a dangerous message for me because I did. It was dangerous to do that because I wasn't yet healed or empowered, and I was opening my heart to all kinds of people and letting dangerous people into my life. People that damaged me. People that committed crimes against me because I was that open-hearted. Just open your heart, open your heart. So I did. I was strong enough to force myself to do that, and instead of heeding this like message that you've got. Now, I'm not particularly picking up that it's about lack of safety here. It was for me. But that whole message of force your heart open isn't a good one. Our heart's naturally open, right? When we're around the right people. My liquid mineral company just sent me an email, and the subject line of the email is what the heart wants. It wants love. Now's the time to look inside yourself and really consider what you're doing to maintain the health of your heart you have today. Serendipitous message there. Once your heart is happy, once the inner child that lives in your heart is happy, it's going to open up naturally. Dogs and children, animals and children open up when they're around good energy, right? Naturally. And so do we as adults. There you go, Eva. Interesting message for you. Okay, back to the tarot. Thanks for your donations, guys. So the Mother of Air we're starting with, she's throwing books around. The Mother of Air writes books and creates language. She builds bridges with words and ideas, helping you communicate more effectively. So it's all about communication. Okay. This is good. And the One of Air. Someone called me his love yesterday. Ace of Air is dreams. Divine guidance. The universe wishes to provide information, to give it freely as a gift. However, we must be receptive and cultivate a quiet mind, or the gift is lost to us. Settle down, quit striving, and just receive. But of course, the Ace of Air is also about, it's the Ace of Swords, it's about communication, it's about truth coming out. The sword is upward on this card in the tarot. The truth comes out. But I also do love this picture of her throwing ideas at the divine feminine, throwing ideas at the divine masculine here. Or, to put it another way, she's inspiring him to greatness. Doesn't look like a great car, that, or a great house, really, but she might be inspiring him to greatness there by throwing ideas at his head. Communication. Almost Valentine's Day. The song says turn on your heart light. It's not like a switch. Yeah. It's true. I never really understood it, but I was already quite open. Not in a healthy way. Open to just anyone and anything. I love anyone and anything, no matter how bad they were. And just narcissists and abusers and people like that, they just love that. They're just looking out for people like I was to abuse. Because we're easy to abuse when we're just open like that. We've got no boundaries. It's the devil. Dramas. Yeah, loving self is another thing as well, isn't it? Because can we be trusted? Can we be trusted to love ourselves? Or can we actually be open-hearted with ourselves? Sometimes not. Sometimes we're really mean to ourselves. We've got some terrible self-talk. So sometimes your heart won't even be open to you because you're not treating yourself very well. So we're not even safe with ourselves sometimes, right? Devil. Yeah. And it's not so much from superficial people, it's just people that have got a different interest, right? They're not necessarily superficial, just like I was saying, because I was getting that message that depth can be many different things to many different people. A deep relationship to me might be different than a deep relationship to you. Probably is. Our hearts want different things. Our hearts are interested in different things. We've all got different love languages. So it's not necessarily that they're superficial, although they might be, but it's more just like go for the kind of depth of people, kind of deep people that are your kind of deep people. Love is not all you need, John Lennon, you liar. The devil. Llamas. Games. Betting. Eat, drinking, and be merry. Enjoyment. Without thinking of putting anything by for the future. It's overindulgence. Taking chances. Taking risks with too high a price. The devil. It's that negativity. It's fear. It's worry. I have. You know why, Nikki? You know why I chose this one? Because I'm expecting something to happen very soon that might involve hand shots. So I chose the nail varnish that would look good in something like that. I was very deliberate about it. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I love it. Ding. Ding. Okay, timeline's changing. The palm card, the 5 of air. Timeline's changing is what I got from that. So, timeline's changing. Could be a change of a chapter, but this card says that divinatory, of course, and reading everything about divinatory, it works in this moment now based on the energy right now, and you can change that. We've all got free will, right? We can choose another path. We could change. If you think about it, it's kind of scary. The trajectory you're on right now, you could make a real severe decision today. We all could. Has anyone read the book The Dice Man? Scary book, but a really interesting book. Made all his decisions based on the roll of a dice, and there would always be some horrific decisions in there, and he would do them if the dice rolled that number. And if you think about it, really scary thought, what decision could you make today and take action on that would disrupt your life and take it in a completely different direction? We've always got the option to do that. Maybe that's why the devil's out here, because we've always got the option to do that. Anyway, our timeline is changing, so we've always got the option to make a really good decision for ourselves and change our timeline as well in a really good direction. Of course, our higher selves are always encouraging us toward what it is that we want, toward those decisions that are going to change our timeline for the better. And then we've got the 2 of air, which is about choices and using a pendulum, using our guidance. A lot of these cards are about being very switched on to, well, we've got a lot of swords here, which is about a lot of air, which is about thoughts. But a lot of this is about divinatory and guidance and all of that. So being tuned in more than ever. Circle, it's the same too. Our guides helping us. Let's read the circle out. Yeah, and it could be actually on your palm, like Nikki just said as well. I was thinking that too. And if there's, I don't know much about palmistry at all, but if your lifeline is like going along, and if there's like a diversion on that, we might be at diversion point. It might be that. Circle. Wrist hurts. I know why my wrist hurts. I'm fighting somebody. Where are you? It's not the magician. Where's the circle? It's not that. Oh, it's not that. It's the hangman. Okay. It's the hangman. Going within. Creating a safe and clean environment, setting boundaries, focusing exclusively on the spiritual for a time, especially our guidance. I'm not sure we can change our DNA. We can change the way that it expresses itself, for sure. Oh, epigenetics. It's really fascinating. So even if you've got something in your genes that means that you're susceptible to something, it just means it's your weak point. You don't have to switch that on by doing the wrong things that will trigger it, I think it's a new choice that takes us into a new timeline, but we've got to be really tuned in to make that right choice. I don't have to brush my hair because it's fluffy. There's a bit of humidity around because it just rained before, just a slight smidgen. It's been raining the last couple of days, just a little bit. We wake it up or we shut it down. I've noticed that my blood pressure is really good when I'm breathing really well. Because I went for my blood pressure last week, my blood pressure checkup, and it's high when I first got in there, but I ride my bike over the massive hill to get there. So, and I tell them, no, let me just sit here before you take my blood pressure. I've just been exercising. It takes a while. It really does take a while for it to calm down after exercising. So it was stupid high when I got in there. And then it got down to okay, just okay. Within the safety parameters, but not particularly low. Now, because I went in the day after about my nose, same thing happened. Put me straight on it. It was sky high because I've just been exercising. It's like, we're not going to learn this. I keep on telling you, I've just been exercising. Just let me sit in the waiting room longer instead of processing me straight away. But they've got their things that they do right. I'll have to sit outside instead next time. But I really focused on my breathing. And because I've got a problem with not breathing, I've noticed that. And especially when I'm being tested, right? Blood pressure test or anything. I think as a child, I used to stop breathing so that I wouldn't be noticed, so that they wouldn't notice that I was there, that hiding kind of an energy. It's just a natural response to me for a lot of things. I'm learning how to do pull-ups at the moment. I can do 9. I did 9 yesterday. I can't wait to get to 10. I've stuck at 3 for a long time. And then Mr. Hansen told me, you just need to do it 3 times a week and 3 sets of it each time and you start improving. He was right. I did 9 yesterday. Anyway, my problem now is the breathing through it. So I was watching my breath. I was really focusing on it because I know if I text message, if I'm working, I won't breathe. I hold my breath for a lot of things. She's doing my nails and I'm not breathing. I'm like, I don't know how you can even do this job because I would hold my breath while I was doing it. She's like, stop it. Anyway, my blood pressure was like low, like normal low, like 123 or something over 70 something. when I was breathing properly. It's like it's actually an anxiety. It's my fear response, but it's just become so conditioned to me from childhood, that it's actually really bad for my health right now. So I'm having to train myself to breathe properly. Deepak Chopra, is he Deepak's brother? Bruce Lipton's good, yeah. He's a bit of a space cadet though, Bruce Lipton. Crown of air. Even more air. Wow. So much air on the table. What's a crown about? She closes the book. There are some things that you're not meant to know this time. For now, let it go. So this new path, changing timeline, new chapter, whatever it is that you want to call it, requires a choice. We need to be tuned in now more than ever. Like I said, our higher selves are always moving us toward the best choice for us. Tuned in more than ever, not making the old choices that maybe we have made before, this double kind of choices out of fear, same fears as we've had before. So it feels like it's a leap of faith, a risky decision, something out of the ordinary that you'll need to choose. Definitely be tuned in for that. Use your guides, use your divinatory stuff, however you use it, or whatever it is that you use. Okay, we've got a choice. We've got a choice coming. It's an important choice. What does this deck want to tell us today? To me. Knave of Pentacles, the one that takes it too slowly. Or did I say two? The one that takes it slowly. Tupac Chopra. The Magician, manifesting it. Very good. Using all the resources that we've got, pieces of the jigsaw puzzle that we've had in our life, all comes together kind of thing. Remember, we're not ever put here without the ingredients that it takes to follow our path. Never. The universe doesn't miss stuff out. We've got it in our nature or our personality or our interests, whatever it is that we need. We've got the resources available for our next step. We always do. I do that too. I type too fast and I click and I send it. And as it's sending, I realise, oh, that was all wrong. Slowly, slowly, slowly manifesting it. Next manifestation is that? Six of Swords. Look at this. The universe is taking us from that dreary nonsense of nothingness and wastelands to this magical adventure, like the Lenormand card said. Swords. Six of Swords. The card of the in-between. Is the card of the in-between. That's what I got yesterday when I saw the Six of Swords. I was given a new message about it. Claire, this is the card of the in-between. You always say it's about coming out of choppy waters into calmer waters, but it's the in-between. It's you are in the in-between right now, taking yourself there. She's in the in-between here. Yes, things are about to change. Now, the Threshold card came out in the energy update today. Did you notice that? It's not been out for a while. Remember, we used to have it all the time? And now it's out again. We're on the threshold of something. Sure, I am. I feel it coming. The Hierophant. Spiritual lessons. Also about commitment and doing things by the book as well. In between worlds. So yeah, my message from the Six of Swords yesterday was, it's the point where you're getting yourself out of the choppy waters. The transition phase before you get to that new thing. It's when you realize that you're in the shit or the choppy waters. It's when you realize, I don't like this anymore, I'm going to get myself out of there. It's not the point of realization, it's the bit after that as you are progressing in the in-between. The Hierophant. Get some more cards out and see where this is going. I like where it's going. The Sun is going to inner child happiness. That's another way of putting, that heart-opening stuff that I was on about before. It's another way of putting it, is inner child happiness, the Sun of your heart naturally opens. Children and animals naturally open when they're in amongst what it is that they love, or good energies and all of that. The inner child is happy, ultimate happiness kind of thing. That's where we're headed. Committing to that too. The Seven of Chalices, making a choice. It's all about a choice. Could be confusion around that. This new journey, it is. It's a risk. It's taking a risk. It's switching things up. It's an important decision that switches things up. I was going to say don't take it lightly, but maybe we do need to take it lightly. Maybe we do need to take it lightly. Let's read the Fool out of this deck. I'm going to read the Sun first, because it just stopped on that page. The sun warms the earth, encouraging life and growth, fruit and flowers, adding sweetness to life. It punctuates the cycles of life. It punctuates the cycles of life, so it's the bit in between of the cycles of life. The pause for enjoyment. In its light, we celebrate all the things that we hold most dear. Connections, generations, and cycles that bring joy. Nice. So it's even connecting it to the cycles here that we're going through, this changing timeline, and the decision that we're making. Now what am I looking up? Looking at the Hierophant. No, I was looking up the Fool. The Hierophant, that is, the teacher. The teacher understands the theory behind things. She also knows that moving from theory to practical application is not always a smooth transition. She helps others understand not only the whys and wherefores of a subject, but she also helps them apply the knowledge to their everyday lives in a way that make for them. In ways that make for them. I don't know what that means. Anyway, applying it in between worlds. So we know we've got the theory, we've learned how to empower ourselves and all of that. That's obviously very important. And now we're making a decision, putting it into practice, what we've learned, the theory of what we've learned. So expect to put things that you've learned into practice for this decision. I'm ready. I got that message so many times yesterday that I'm ready. And I'm ready. I know how to handle this now. I know what's coming. Of course there's the great stuff that's coming, but there was always going to be the shit that comes with it on this small island. It was always going to happen. I'm ready for that bit. I'm ready for it now. I know how to handle it. The Fool lets her magic flow, trusting in the universe and allowing serendipity to control everything. Wow, really? She has no plan or agenda except enjoying the day. Her trust is touching and sweet, and it is, perhaps, why she's so in touch with her intuition, which provides her with a measure of protection. Nice. Good night, Nikki. So, you know how I said I was going to say, and I stopped myself, don't take this decision lightly. And I heard, no, do take it lightly. That's what this full card is saying. Take it lightly. Trust in your intuition and in your connection. You've done the groundwork. You got this. Whatever the challenges that are ahead, and there will be some, you got this. You know how to handle it. You can trust yourself. You can be light about it. It doesn't need to be heavy. You don't need to be scared of that devil. You know how to handle it when it comes up. The devil, the fears, all of that stuff, other people's fear reactions and all of that. You've learned already how to deal with whatever's coming. And you've got this. You've got this. You can take it lightly. So she's breezing through that. Into her new timeline. You got this. Nice message. You like it? This t-shirt. Bracelet is amethyst, yes. Rose quartz and amethyst. And this is a Target t-shirt. Isn't it gorgeous? I got it ages ago. It's a tarot card. It's the matcha tarot. Oh my God. I never even noticed it was a tarot card. What the hell? I bought this a long time ago, hey? Because it's just beautiful. I saw it in Target. It didn't fit me at the time. I was bigger than this. But I had to have it. What card is that? Is that the ace of something? Has anyone got the matcha tarot? I want to know what this card is that I've been wearing. How did I not notice it was a tarot card? That's crazy. Okay, matcha tarot. I need to find out what it is now. Tarot matcha, there it is. Now let's have a look at all the cards and find out who this one is. She's not there. What does she look like again? She's like in a circle and then she's got flowy hair like that. God, I can't believe that I've been wearing this t-shirt for so long, for so many years, and I've not even realized. I am going to find this card. Hang on. She's not there. That one. It's not the Ace of Cups. She's not there. Any ideas? Anyone got this deck? It's not that, but the full card looks more like this than anything else I've seen so far. It just blows my mind that I hadn't realized that this was a tarot card. Like, what the hell? Me wearing a t-shirt that's got a tarot card on it all this time, and I didn't realize. Can't find her. Because of course, when people are doing, when people are trying to sell a deck, they'll put certain cards up for the images. Not necessarily this one. I want to know who she is. Oh, this one's got more of the cards. You know what I mean? They'll show you the lovers. They'll show you the certain cards each time. Those images. When you're looking to buy a tarot deck, they will tend to show you the same ones. It's not the Four of Wands. Okay, that's all the Wands cards. It's not a Wands card, obviously. Sorry, this is probably really boring while I'm doing this, but I'm fixated on it now. That's a really bad image of just like cards thrown down on the table. I can't find it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that later. Ah, a queen, do you think? It's not the world. I thought maybe it could be the queen. She's not got anything. I don't know. Anyway. Wow, it blows my mind. Does anyone else want a mini read? Lazada, what do you want? You refunded me. They're saying that they've delivered my chair to me. They haven't. Oh, God. What a pain in the ass that is. I hate it when delivery companies mark something as delivered when it's not, because then it's so difficult to get your parcel in. Got the Page of Swords. A message of truth. Wishes. He stood on everything that he's learned there too, all those books. He's learned a lot. He's got his hand on his heart, and he's telling the truth. He's telling you his truth about his wishes, and it's backed up by everything that he's learned. You were recently looking for weeks for a card that had a girl reading a book in front of a tower. Oh, I know now what this card is. And I knew yesterday that I wanted to wear this t-shirt today. The star. Is it Temperance? I'll burn it if it's Temperance. Temperance just came out with the Empress. Slow down, Empress. He's speaking his truth. He could be speaking his truth about what has been so slow. Remember, we had the Knave of Pentacles out there as well. Slowness. Page of Swords. Okay, this is the Divine Masculine. All is learned. He's speaking out his wishes and his truth of what's in his heart. He's speaking his feelings. He certainly is going to, I can tell. He kind of started. He let a little bit of out yesterday. Whee! The Empress. Of course, we know what that is. That's the Divine Feminine. She's waiting patiently there. The Empress is waiting patiently. That's what she's needed to do. Stay in her divinity. Could be an Empress. You're right. Staying in the divinity. Knowing what it is that they want, holding that energy and waiting. While there's a transformation happening. Big transformation happening. Someone's letting something go. Having to be strong in that. Both of them having to be strong in that. And Ace of Wands. This new exciting journey, this new adventure to begin. Can't wait. I'm on the verge of it right now, I'm telling you. I thought I was going to have to wait longer, and maybe that reading the other day was right, that I know it was my dream, wasn't it? That it could be a kind of a start, not a full-on, this is it, everything now, but it's a start of it. I knew something was going to happen around Valentine's Day because I met him on Valentine's Day 3 years ago. I wonder, is he aware of that too? Probably. Woo, how exciting. I'm really excited. And my heart has been so full of joy the last 24 hours. He came back 2 days ago. Hate patience forever now. Wouldn't that suck if this was the Temperance card? I hope not. It's like I did it to myself. It's similar to that. It is a beautiful t-shirt. I love it. I hope it never dies. Yeah, there's just some things, you know. Some pieces of clothing that I buy that just I keep for a long time. Wear them for a long time. Were they the Queens? No. It is similar to the Fool card. Oh. It's obviously the same character from the Fool card, but there are quite a few different decks. By the looks of this, there's a few different artists, it seems. They're all very similar designs and everything, but I can see some that are different. And all of these pictures from my Google search. See, that's a very bold deck there. That's very different. Mine is more like this. More ethereal, kind of ethereal. Like this. Anyway. Anyone want a mini read? DB Brothers. Yeah. I think I've still got all my band t-shirts. I couldn't get rid of them. Even though I never wear t-shirts like that. If I'm wearing a t-shirt, it's going to be cap sleeves like this. Which is why I love this t-shirt so much, because it's my kind of t-shirt. It's really nicely fitted shape too. But I couldn't get rid of them. I couldn't get rid of those band t-shirts because they're iconic, you know? And I've got so many memories. I remember each of the concerts. I always used to buy a t-shirt. There's one that I did get rid of because I loved it to death, and that was my Suede. I want to see Suede. And their t-shirt was so cute. I love it when bands have girl t-shirts, properly fitted t-shirts. This was just super cute, and I wore it to death. I want to get some love cards out because it's like that right now for me. Bursting with joy I am right now. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Forgiveness. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Tell us more about this love story. It's like here, I've even got t-shirts here, like gym t-shirts and things like that I never wear. Because they're t-shirts, boy style t-shirts. I just never wear stuff like that anymore. I used to. We've got romance, we've got flowers, we've got romance. Yes, very romantic time around now, especially I think the day before before Valentine's Day. It's going to be a romantic one. You wore out your Grand Funk Railroad shirt. I don't know what that is. No, Doobie Brothers. I love it when you find clothes like that, you know, that are just you completely. And it's heartbreaking when they die. Got a spark here. Flame ignites, romance, spark, passion, freedom. Someone setting themselves free. Wow, it's Friday today. I'm messed up with my days this week. Well, I will try to be in cafe on Monday, but you just never know, right? You just never know what's going to happen, especially this week coming up. We've got naughtiness here. I love it. This message has been coming out too, of like you see someone's dark side, not bad dark side, lovable dark side, that naughtiness, playfulness kind of thing. When things lighten up, when you start having fun with each other. It was 1-1 yesterday. I dropped him yesterday. I grabbed his leg as he went to kick me, and I lifted it high in the air so he dropped down to the floor, and then I did a lap of honour as everyone was cheering. He did it to me in the afternoon, right at the end, and then he did a lap of honour. He won. 1-1. Naughtiness. Tryst, getting into something. But a tryst is something, well, what is the definition of a tryst? Something that's not allowed. We get to decide what's allowed or not, don't we? A private romantic rendezvous between lovers, a moonlight tryst. Well, there you go. Yes. You saw the Doobie Brothers in Chicago. And communication. There we go. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that. We started out with communication. So just a reminder of that. The communication is starting to flow now. Well, it is for me. It certainly is for me. It's happening. I can feel it. It's about to happen for me. So I'll be leading the way there, and you'll all be following, and I'll keep you posted and up to date with it all. Because I think, like this reading is saying, is there's going to be challenges ahead. I know that, and I'm up for it. I'm ready for it. I know how to deal with it. It's obvious what the challenges are going to be. The obvious challenges around the community here. But because of the slowness of it all, we've preempted a lot of that. So the people that know us and love us, they already know. They already know. They're already kind of like, you guys, would you get together already? But it's the rest, you know. It's the rest. So there's obviously something to be done here with this. Having learned and put into practice everything that we've learned to deal with the difficulties that are coming. And it feels just like a transition thing to me. It just feels like the in-between worlds before the happy thing starts. It's that Six of Swords energy, the transition, the unsettling transition between one timeline to another timeline. It is my message today, and it often is, you know, but it's for all of us too. because this is what happens. This is how I manage to do these things, is that I go through it first and then I pass it on. I go through it first and I pass it on. I go through it first and I pass it on. And a lot of the messages that I was getting, you know, I was thinking that this was going to happen a year ago. I was thinking this was going to happen 6 months ago. We get the messages, the build up to it for a long time, but we've got significant stuff going on this year, especially this month. So I'm thinking that whole March, April thing could be probably when it'll properly be full on us kind of living together kind of thing. In relationship that way. I think it's about to start in the next 2 days for me. We'll see what happens today. I'll let you guys know. Stay in touch on in this group on Facebook, and I will I'll post in that group if I'm going to be on or not, or rather if I'm not going to be on, to let you guys know. I'll try and keep things going. Like I always said, it's always going to be my challenge, this, especially at the start of a relationship. You know what it's like, to keep on doing this show, keep up with you all, keep making the videos. I'll keep making the dailies for sure. I might fall behind a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. He'll be busy anyway, doing his thing too. So thanks everyone for coming along. If anyone else wants a mini read, get in fast. Or shout out now and say you want a mini read and you're doing it, because I'll be out of here very shortly if you don't. And for those of you that are like, this is all taking ages, which is where I've been at, I've also been getting the message that it's not really. It's not really. It's a blink of an eye. It's not really a long time. Sure, when we're having that patience, cards out all the time, it can feel like it, but it's quite fast, and you'll be glad of the delay. I, for one, am, because I'm ready now. I'm ready for what is going to ensue now. I wasn't before. I thought I was ready. Isn't that always the way? We think we're ready. And it's good that it's taken this time, because it's going to be more secure now and considered, safer in a way with the details, especially around the financial stuff. 2 years, 3 years for me. 3 years for me in 3 days' time. So thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for your donations. Have a good one. I think I'll do a how they're feeling about you, pick a card read today. So watch out for that on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, click like on this video, click that subscribe button along with that notification bell, and join me here on Monday. We'll do it all over again. Maybe I'll be here. Maybe I won't. We will see. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you next time.